It's time to be woke. Take off your shades, it helps see through the smoke. Cause the wicked hide behind the cloak. And if you stay in the mist, you gon' be soaked. So listen up, cause this hair of the dog. What's real, what ain't? Is this the fog or smog? Cause there's a difference when you breathe it in. So don't let the corporate media take you for a spin. This that morning show, they put you in the know. So I hope that you ready, cause all we do is go, go, go. Yeah, come get your info, you gon' be like, whoa. Hair of the dog, we bout that, ayy. We in the zone, we out here, yeah. Speeding the fact.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Hair of the Dog. I'm Andy Kennedy, and it is Fuck It Friday. Welcome, you made it to the end of another week, and we're going to get into the weekends here very soon. But before we do that, we've got an excellent show for you today. We are going to be speaking to a amazing colleague of ours who is changing the world one city at a time. And that starts with the introduction of my lovely and talented co-host, Ms. Carrie Barber. Good morning, Carrie. How are you this morning?
Hey, good morning, Andy. Welcome to Friday. And every time we introduce it as we normally do, Fuck It Friday, in my head, I'm waiting for Amber to join in and go, no, it's Friendship Friday. So a shout out to Amber this morning. Good morning, Friendship Friday. So welcome, everybody. And yeah, before we get into this lively conversation, there are a couple things that we need to talk about, right? So on Monday and Wednesday, I kind of teased the issue of the WTO meeting. This is the G7 countries, the most powerful, wealthiest countries on the planet, were meeting. They started yesterday started Wednesday and Thursday. And what we were actually looking for was the US to relax or suspend the patent laws when it comes to the vaccines. And Andy and I talked about it. It makes logical sense because this is a particular virus that mutates, right? So you got the vaccine, yay, good for you. You're still gonna need a booster because this thing is mutating so fast. And when it goes into a country like India or Brazil, where there are very few vaccines, it is just mutating like crazy. And that, yes, it will come back to the US, just like we have a different strain of the flu every year, right? So there are people right now who are fully vaccinated in the United States, small percentage, but a population who is still getting COVID and needing hospitalization and dying. And this is the effect of that mutation. So you can go out and shout, hey, Darwin, but that's you being terrified and fearful. We need you to pull up your big girl panties and actually be an adult on this.
Yeah, so a bit of a bastard too, I would say.
Right. So at the WTO, there was this big conversation about helping the world, because you help the world, you help yourself. And the Biden administration went into it open to relaxing those patents. Here was the big shocker. Germany was not. Germany, who is helping develop some of these vaccines. So here's what came down. I know that corporate media said, oh yeah, they're going to do 2022 is when this actually happens. So you have to wait in a full year. So that means we're going to have waves 4 and 5 come back to this country, as well as, wipe out most of India and Brazil, which, hey, they're brown people, right? These are the same people who are talking about the myth of overpopulation and the myth that we can't support people. We can. We absolutely can. And let me just give you one little statistic. Go look this up. Challenge me on this. I dare you. Illinois alone can feed the entire US nation twice. The entire population of the entire world can fit comfortably inside Texas. So when someone tries to acknowledge the deaths and diminish it because, oh, well, we were overpopulated, it's bullshit. That is an excuse to genocide. And I want you to understand that. And like I said, come at me with your facts and whatever else you think you might have. This is, Andy, help me out. I'm so pissed.
I know, it's infuriating, right? You think that that letter that was leaked about the waivers for the patents on the vaccines, and this is great news, and the developing nations around the world might have a fighting chance against the vaccine, and then we find this out. And here's that example of the Biden administration. We're not willing to do anything that's going to cost our donors any money, right? Just another example of it. And in terms of what we've seen in actual numbers, right? An example, Pfizer has made, and this is profit, $1 billion on the sales of the vaccine, right? And of the rollout so far, $1 billion. Apparently that's not enough. Apparently that they should have, we could consider that they've been well compensated for this. And people will say, oh yes, but we have to give these companies money so that they can develop all of these drugs and these vaccines for us. And that's bullshit, because they don't do any of the work to get them. All they do is take these drugs and make a profit on them. And that's entirely what we're seeing here. It is now getting to a point where we are all threatened as people, and it doesn't matter where you live, because it will find you.
Right. And for anyone who might have missed our story on Wednesday, here was a prime example, right? You have what I believe may be actually antitrust violations, if not just egregious fraud, in Kansas, with the monopolization of CVS Aetna. And for those of you who missed that memo, CVS now owns Aetna. Who is distributing the vaccines, right? So that story that we did on Wednesday, where we were talking about Aetna controlling not just for private for-profit insurance from your employer, but also taking over Medicare and Medicaid for one state. So there are only two companies now that administer the Medicaid, the CanCare program. So when Andy's talking about profits and profiteering, this is big picture stuff, right? So pharmaceuticals and CVS and all of these companies go into it. It's profit over people. And at some point you run out of people.
Yeah.
So
you can't. Yeah, I'm going to have make a product, bring it out there. I'm not going to give any of my employees any money because I've stagnated their wages since the 70s. That is the business model for every corporation in the world right now. So eventually who the hell's going to buy your product?
Yeah, exactly. So for those of you who can hear him in the background, let's go ahead and bring him in, because I know he's going to weigh in on this conversation.
He's chomping at the bit. I can tell.
Exactly. So everybody, please give a warm welcome to a prodigal son for this show. We welcome him back on his tour for the poor, Rome Bethea. Good morning.
Morning.
How you doing this morning?
I'm all right. I ain't gonna lie, say I'm up and dandy, but I'm all right.
Okay, fair enough. And for the two of you out there who don't know who Rome is, let's just back up a little bit. Rome has been an activist in his community forever. And he was one of the folks who was prominent in Detroit and in Michigan for campaigning for Bernie Sanders, not necessarily because of Sanders as a person, but policy. Rome is one of those weird politicos that happens to follow policy, not prestige. So he was picked up by the Sanders campaign, did a number of ads, and was really out there working it for the folks. He never stopped. So this is why we wanted to talk to him about this tour for the poor. So Rome, tell us exactly what you're doing. What's going on here?
I said it before, like, my whole thing, like, after I'm done with all this, when it's all said and done, I want world domination. Like, I'm playing.
All right.
No, but that
I'm signing up for that.
That's basically it. Long story short, I need people to listen, and a lot of people don't even pay attention if you don't come bearing gifts or ideas or knowledge and shit like that. So I come with all three of them and try to educate my people the best way I can. Try to show them that the help is here and in your neighborhood. Like, you can do this yourself. Like, I'm just one guy doing this for your whole village. you can do this too. Like, you know, and after we
So
get this,
what is this? What are you actually doing?
oh yeah, I'm just this is just communist propaganda, basically. You know, I'm basically campaigning for communism in the long run. You know, I get out here, you know, yeah, I'm feeding the homeless. Yeah, I love you, I love you, I love you. But we all have an agenda, and yeah, of course, I'm gonna tell you that I'm gonna be open with my communism. That way, when everything going down and like we build this organization and we was to get money and grants to put people on payment plans for you know, any types of bills, medical debt, rent, whatever. We're going to be open about our socialism, communism. So when everything goes down, it was a bunch of socialists there for you. And that's the last thing, that's the first and last thing that you're going to remember, you know. Yeah, it's always going to, the communists always there for you. Like,
well, Rome, isn't that the job of the charities? Let
charities
the
are owned by rich dicks. So charities are made for money laundering.
Okay, so are you saying like the Gates Foundation maybe not as genuine as it seems?
I mean, look at Black Lives Matter. This lady, what was that? The head founder or something? She's spending millions of dollars on houses, $100,000 on hotel stays and stuff like that. Like, what the hell? Like, why would you even need a luxury apartment? You just stand in the city for one day. Like, I could have slept in a fucking motel for $60 and still got the same sleep. Like, it really don't matter. I still would have been on my phone, probably watching Pornhub at the end of the night. Like, so it really don't even, like, all that money, all these people, they're just using these people, they're using these people trauma and hurt and the shit that they went through with their life and everything that they fighting for. They're using that, say, hey, we're with you, we want to fight for you, but we need some money. We need some money, and we probably going to need a elected job after this in order to do something for you. So,
well, and then
just get out here and help your people. You don't need to do all that shit. Like, we ain't even got the organization up yet, and I'm about to be on my third state in 2 months. So there's no excuse for these organizations to be spending all that damn money and using them people like that.
It's funny you mentioned that because I was going through looking at historical information on Flint, and Black Lives Matter came up because it was like a co-opting effort for the people of Flint who were already out there doing the advocacy work. And that particular organization, not the people, let's separate the people, just like unions, separate the unions from union leadership. Black Lives Matter was out there co-opting it and not really doing anything for the people who were in dire need. So here's you are, you know, you've got a little bit of clout, a little bit of celebrity, but you're just a regular dude.
Yeah.
And you're collecting money and distributing money and for food and clothes.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. And I think it's also important to say that Rome is from one of the most depressed areas in the United States, right?
That's really one of the reasons what got me started is just looking at all these poor people. I'm like, all right, we're gonna need a heads up, but before we even get anywhere, we got to make sure that it's us taking care of each other. It's, you know, our face are known for taking care of each other. Our voices are known for speaking up for each other. So I had to get out here, man. Like, damn, you know, everybody. You know, the boomers think socialism is bad, and I don't want them to. I don't want Generation Z to think this. I don't know how Generation X think. They all over the place. So I just had to get out here and make sure, like, okay, the internet is good. You know, like I always tell people, yeah, you know, your internet is good and whatnot, but I can't take your 500,000 likes on the streets. Like, that's not going to do anything for my people.
Yeah, well, it's like that meme about Jesus will cure this kid's cancer if we just get 1,000 likes.
Yeah. What are you, evangelist? United States, the Southern states. That's right. You could love my new car. You can love my new jet.
Exactly. So, tell us about your experience out there because, okay, first let's back up a little bit. And Andy, you and I talked about this, especially like with Sal and other young folks, the youths You guys are awful comfortable with the word socialism and communism. My generation, not so much. So what's going on here?
I mean, the people that I mostly talk to are boomers. But once you frame it in a way that they can't say no, you got to just frame it in a way they can't say no to. You got to look at their conditions and shit like that. Like, I told them that I was doing a giveaway. I was talking to two homeless dudes. I told them I was doing a giveaway. It was like, oh man, that's what's up. It's like, man, you ain't from here. I was like, oh no, I'm from Detroit. It's like, you came all the way here to do a giveaway. I was like, yeah, man. It's like, damn, man, you need way more people like you. I was like, yeah, they out here. I'm right here. It's like, it's probably one around the corner from you. You never know. Like, but at the end of the day, we got to take care of each other, man. Like, this is we all we got. Like, it's like, damn, yeah, that's true, man. But you know, they like, it's not enough for you. Like, speak up, because a closed mouth don't get fed. You know, and sometimes you got to take care of each other in order to get taken care of. Like, I was talking to this other homeless dude. I was telling him, he was asking me, why do I give? I was like, because people need, you know. He's like, how do you know? I'm like, I've been in people's shoes before. I've been homeless, been on drugs, you know. I've been up and down and left and right, you know. So it's important for us to take care of one another. Somebody took care of me, got me back on my feet. So now I'm doing it for the next person and the next person. Like, I don't know you, I just paid for your lunch, but you and gave you a couple of dollars. You might just go hit the lottery and then see me and be like, hey, you know, here's your money back for the lunch or whatever. Here's $100,000. You never know who you taking care of. You never know who might get on their feet and who they might become. So this is why it's important for us to take care of each other, make sure that we are up to par with this world, because we know if you know, it's bad enough most of us have mental issues. Some of them is hit us harder than others, but these people can still function in society. You know, if we can clean them up, you know, like when I go back home, I'm going to do free haircuts and whatnot. Try to get a workforce program up there. You know, you clean them up. You know, get them some clothes. They might just get a gig at the grocery store, gas station, whatever. Something is better than nothing. Then we can move up from there. You know what I'm saying? Then once we build this organization, they automatically gonna have a union. Like, it won't even matter what the fuck your job is talking about. You're gonna have a union behind your name, period, because of this organization. So yeah,
I love it. I love that big picture. So I'm going to pivot a little bit, and Andy, hold on.
Okay, all right, I'm ready.
All right. So Rome, I got to ask you this question. You were very involved in electoral politics, and this is where you and I actually met, doing this sort of work. Hey, good morning, Amber. Good morning, Pamela. We're going to get to questions for Rome in just a second, so get your questions ready right now. But my question for you now, Rome, is, you were big in electoral politics, and didn't we elect 120 progressives? We have this full-on progressive caucus in Congress right now. Wasn't that enough? Didn't I do enough? Well, what's going on?
And we all did what we could do, but at the end of the day, the machine moves how the machine moves, and sometimes you got to get burnt on your ass to know that, you know, you're sitting on fire, because, you know, we always was driving on hope. Just like the Obama years, everybody was driving off hope, trying our best to move the Overton window to the left. But even with the progressives that we see in office right now, they know, they see the true head of that monster. Once they got in them offices, they see the true head of that monster. And I don't think that they are willing to wield that sword to chop his head off for real.
No.
They
No,
are,
or even have the ability to do that. Yeah.
For all of them to, like, what was that one lady named Nina Turner, whatever. And,
Neera Tanden.
Yeah, I mean, all of them, Justice Democrats, from that to all of them giving him an A or exceeded expectations. Like, this isn't what we did this for. Like, You know, we didn't expect y'all to be militant and be knocking over, you know what I'm saying, the chairs of sleeping senators, but damn.
Although I would love to make that a drinking game, personally. So, okay, so this kind of explains why you are out here, right? Why wait for the hero when you could do it?
Yeah, I can do it. Like, I do it like way faster, and people be like, man, I've been waiting on this and that. Like, you never know. It's like, and then the same people I'm talking to be like, don't worry, man, Joe Biden gonna change this. I'm like, no, he's not. That's when we start talking politics. A lot of people once I'm busting their bubble, they say, oh, well, I'm not really into politics. I'm like, politics into you? Like a motherfucker. Into you. You're so far into you, you don't even feel it no more.
That's that's a great
ain't
quote,
no capitalist
actually.
giving away free shit.
No.
Tell you that, nigga, it's gonna come with and even though what I'm doing does come with a price, I don't want, you know what I'm saying, you to work for me or anything like that. You know, I just want you to be woke enough to realize what the fuck is going on, you know what I'm saying? And when you are down, who is there for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always these fucking commies popping up with clothes and food and diapers and shit like that. I ain't never seen capitalists out here, you know what I'm saying? Even if they were, they out here selling t-shirts or selling this, selling that. But why should I go buy it when a nigga at the next tent got it right there for free? So, yeah.
Nice.
Exactly. I think that what Rome does is not only is he just giving away food and some clothing and helping people in the streets, but he's also giving hope. He's giving hope to people.
Yeah, that's
right?
true. But it's commie propaganda. Don't act like I'm not gonna act like it isn't, because this is what I'm doing. Like, and I had learned from electoral politics how to you know what I'm saying, how to use this propaganda, how to use these speeches, and how to use, you know, these politics against you. And that's exactly what I do. Like, even with Republicans, Democrats, whatever, I can flip everything to make it look like your party is the cause of it, you know. So it is what it is. I do need to build my army, but I need people to pay attention to you know, capitalism, period. You know, even if, like, I can make it look like your party did it or their party did it, either or, they're still working together. And that's how we frame it. That's how I get out here and frame it. Like, look, they call it bipartisan because both of them get to fuck you on your ass. Like, what is bipartisan about the 3 strikes and 94 crime bill and shit like that? All these bipartisan bills that fucked over your community. Like, they all agreed on that together. Like, all right.
Right. And we just did a segment on the media itself. Like, I keep watching these comments, particularly from people on the right who haven't gotten it yet. And let's be honest, the Rachel Maddow crowd, they didn't realize that both of those networks are owned by the same company. It's just two sides of the same brand, right? Yeah. And they profit off of this division. And that's what we see. So, okay, real quick, you got an adoring fan here. Sanja I'm going to butcher your last name. I'm so sorry. Daria? Anyway, Sanja says, hey, Rome, much love, and thinks of you as a mentor, mutual aid for life, and totally agrees with you on the propaganda. Says you're solid 100%. So,
thank you.
Yeah, so this is...
Couldn't agree more.
This is part of where you are an anomaly when it comes to the propaganda, because you have done such an amazing job of, you know, whenever you get censored, you get put in Facebook jail, Twitter tries to cancel you, whatever, you just pop right back up. And part of it is because of this huge engaged community that you have. Where does that come from?
You got to touch people's lives, man. You got to touch people's lives. And, you know, you got to teach. Like, that's one thing that, you know, nobody can take away from you, is the things that you have taught people. When people quoting you and stuff like that, it might seem weird at first, like, oh, I got quotes, like, what the fuck? But after a while, you get used to it, and you're like, all right, you know, it feels good to have people actually listen to you. And then when you go out into the real world, like, you know, I still talk to the people I had canvassed their house before, and they was like, I didn't know that you work with Bernie. I saw you on a Bernie Sanders commercial. Because sometimes I give my numbers out. I give my personal phone number out to certain families You know, certain families really be going through it. And I'll be like, okay, I want to help you out. If I get a couple of dollars here and there, I'm going to, you know what I'm saying, cash app you or Venmo you, whatever. But man, yeah, it's just.
So what's the Al Capone method? Help the community.
Oh yeah, help the community. And then, you know, we're gonna flip it all around, you know what I'm saying? Because once you got the people's heart, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna ride for you, man. They're gonna ride for you, and it's like, look, nigga, I've been here for you. I did all this for you. Like, they trying to take it all away.
Right. And that's the heart of it is just being genuine. So so Sanjay says Rome is savoir faire. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. I can't sing it, but this is sing song. And then Amber says, nice to see you again, Rome. Keep up the good work. So you obviously have this tremendous support in just the regular folks, the unwashed masses. Here, Sanjay's got a question. Your video the other day talking to somebody suspicious was great. Can you give more examples? I find it's hard to show we mean mutual aid, not obligation. Good point there. Mutual aid, not obligation.
I mean, which video? They must be talking about the one in the lift.
Gotta be. I think that's the one.
I mean, another example of that one. I did the Jamaican guy, but he was a Republican. He was a Republican. You know, we were just talking, but he think he a capitalist, but I'm like, no, bro, you just a nigga with money. Like you're not a capitalist. Like you got a couple of $1 million, if that, and probably not cash. Probably, you know, what was that? Equities and assets and shit like that. Like you ain't got cash, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You air rich.
They got assets.
Yeah, you air rich. You're not cash rich, bro. And they can't take that away from you. You know what I'm saying? But guess who's around here working for you? Like you're not getting these motherfuckers out here in these suits. They even come out here to cash register for you, let alone do an inspection like they should. You know, it's the people around you in this neighborhood that's being the cashier for you and, you know, doing this and that. But are you paying them right? Because you know what happens? I keep telling them, like, you know what happens when niggas get money and they coming from the hood, they come up from the hood and they come back to the hood, they get robbed. They get robbed because you come back, you're not trying to put us on, you're not trying to give us knowledge, lead us, and you know, take us into your capitalist fantasy world. You trying to shit on us and stun on us. So just as well as you took, you know what I'm saying, advantage of the people here, we're gonna take that shit from you in a second. Less than a couple of seconds, we're gonna take it from you, even if it's just a joyride in your new 2021 BMW. Sometimes people will kill you for it, but this is what happens. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I always do for every hood that I'm in. I'm letting my face be known. Like, look, I'm not moving up without you. When I go, you go.
Love
that
it.
way, nobody is left behind. Nobody is full of envy, jealousy, whatever. Even if you is, you already got everything I got. You got access to the same thing I have, and I don't mean like access to healthcare. I mean, nigga, you want to borrow my car? You know what I'm saying? You need a place to stay? Here's my fucking bridge card. If I can ever get it turned back on.
So one of the questions was, there was a video you did. You gave some cash to a guy in the street. And you, in this video, didn't care if he was buying alcohol, drugs, whatever. You just didn't care. You just needed money, so you gave it to him. We're always taught, don't do that. And in fact, some places it's illegal. You're not supposed to give out to panhandlers or whatever. I know
it's your money.
Like
you
that.
can do with it what you want.
Oh no, you cannot.
Yeah,
I don't care. I don't care what.
Hey, if it weren't Corona, I'll probably
if it
weren't coronavirus, I'll probably sit there and smoke a blunt with their ass and still give them some money. I don't give a fuck.
Well, money is supposed to be free speech, except when it comes to you handing it out to someone who needs it.
Yeah, I personally feel like drugs should be decriminalized and legalized everywhere. So I really don't give a fuck what you do with your money. I hand out plain needles, like I don't care. Get high as you want.
All right, so let's get into a little bit of I forewarned you on this, so let's dish some tea, just a little bit, and we're going to talk about woke culture and cancel culture, and I
Shit.
want to pivot now. Just smaller pops, you'll be all right. We're going to talk about the whole drama that went down with Rose McGowan calling the Vote Blue No Matter Who crowd a cult. Well, and you weighed in on that on Twitter, which there was a little bit of an exchange between you and Rose. So what do you make of all of this? Is it just that we need to have a foil? Like Tucker Carlson was playing big, and now you've got, well, Susan Sarandon for a while, now it's Rose. But you weighed in on it. So it was a conversation about partisanship instead of policy. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
I mean, it was really just something like, this is just one of them videos that you repeat time after time and you just go viral every fucking time. It's just like, it really don't even, this is something that we all should know as leftists, and even people on the right should know that, liberals are in a Democratic cult. So it wasn't really nothing that nobody haven't said before, but it was just good for somebody with a bigger platform to be like, all right, I'm calling y'all niggas out. And it was good because she didn't just only call out the Democrats, she called out the Republicans, but the Democrats fucking had a plug up their ass and had to take a shit, and they was all acting all shitty. You ain't see the Republicans the reactions between both of the parties. Yeah, you can tell who's the real call. I'm like, all right, fuck. Y'all making Republicans look good over here. But other than that, yeah, she was on point with everything she was saying as far as like basically I was saying, like, y'all are taught what to think. Y'all don't go out there and learn, you know what I'm saying? Like even with the K-Hive chick that tried to come at us for half the leftists. It's like, 2 seconds on Google would have showed you he was a socialist. Like, would you think he is a liberal? What the fuck is wrong with people? Like, yeah, that's just the.
So is that I'm of two minds on this one. Number one, on one side you have the clout chasing, and number two, like just like rappers would do, where they would pick a fight in public, but behind the scenes they're really, they're good friends, whatever. So they do it to boost their profile. Yep. Or on the other side, we see all of these reports coming out, and we've talked about it. Andy, you and I talked about it for years, that the bots and the troll farms that are paid for, in particular by the third way Dems, David Brock and all of those other folks, those are not real, but it cultivates that herd mentality where all these people are saying this thing, so it must be true. So, Rome, in your mind, which is it? Is it clout chasing? Is it troll farms? What is all of this? Is it just a big distraction?
I don't know. I think motherfuckers just speaking their mind, but she been speaking out a bit about a whole bunch of other shit. Like, I like how she was calling out Bill Clinton. You know what I'm saying? Saying how you need to be in prison and he child molester and shit like that. So niggas just speaking their mind, but it's just one of them things that go viral once enough eyes get on there, enough people get mad. But I'm pretty sure she said that 50-11 times before, she even went on Fox and said it. So it ain't even no big deal. It's just, people just, like to feel like they're oppressed or their voice being oppressed and shit like
that. Nice. So, okay, get another question for you from our audience. And if you're just tuning in, we do see your comments and questions. So post them. We'll ask Rome. Can you explain more about the clean needles? A local mom of a drug addict is pissed we're talking about clean needle distribution, clinics observing as people use needles, and we have high overdoses. So get back to why would you hand out clean needles?
Why would I hand out clean needles? Because overdose is better than HIV.
Okay.
So tell that lady to get her daughter some clean needles before she come home with a disease that she cannot get rid of. herpes, HIV, AIDS is out here. And a lot of people really don't give a fuck about your kids. Like, honestly, this is why, this peer pressure, this is why it is peer pressure right now, because people don't give a fuck. Like, okay, well, it's not that bad. Yeah, to you, it's not that bad to you, but you don't know how I'm going to react, or she's going to react, he's going to react. So you don't want your kid out here. Like, even when I was on drugs, I was addicted to pills. Like, man, people do dumb shit for them drugs. And sometimes, just like how you ration insulin, they will ration that heroin. They will ration their fucking drugs, and they would share the needles. Mm-hmm. They would share the crack pipes. They would share whatever, especially lovers.
So this again goes back to all of us or none, right? You got to take care of it and treat it like an addiction.
Yeah, you're gonna prostitute for money. Then you never know who you're gonna have sex with. You never know who she's having sex with. Like, come on, let's be honest. Let's be real and look at the real world. Tell her to look at the real world. You don't know what she's out there doing when she don't have money for her drugs. So it's better to have her clean and clean. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have her fucked up. No, stop living in this fantasy of, well, if they don't see it, they won't do it. Shit, if I don't see it, I'm gonna look for it. Marijuana was illegal like a motherfucker in Michigan. All they did was create black holes, and we just went to trap houses.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
the same thing was going on right now with meth.
So I have a short story to tell, and I don't want to make this about me, but it follows on that message. So when I was living in Dayton, Ohio, which was funny to me because when you tell people in Chicago that you lived in Dayton, they go, okay, because Dayton is off the hook. And I was in West 3rd, which is the roughest part of town over in the Drexel area. So look it up, at an AutoZone. And this is an AutoZone where there's typically car fires or whatever else. There was a gentleman who had overdosed in a car in the parking lot, and people drug him out of the car and they were standing around him.
You're fucking paying.
Right. So I went over there, and it was the first time I had been trained as a first responder, first aid. So I didn't hesitate. I went over there and started doing CPR and had somebody call 911. And we got him conscious, we got him breathing. By the time, of course, it's West 3rd in Dayton, Ohio. The ambulance that they showed up at all was a miracle. So when they got there 20 minutes later, this guy was breathing. And they loaded him up. And somebody said to me, why would you do that? Why would you do that? And I'm like, because that's somebody's son. That's somebody's dad. That's somebody's cousin. I mean, I get that he was overdosing, and I get maybe that was, distasteful, but that's still somebody's kid.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? Even if it was blood,
right? It's a fucking human being that the system, disregarded a long time ago. Right? If they actually cared for people, this shit wouldn't be happening in our societies, right? Mm-hmm. Give that person a chance. This is why I love what Rome's doing, is because he's giving these people a chance to survive, right? To understand what's going on around them. Mm-hmm. It's that's why this is so important. Rome goes to a city, he rents a park, he gives away stuff to people that he's never met before. Ain't nothing that Facebook or Twitter can do to cancel that.
That's right. Exactly right. So, Rome, we all can't be there with you. So what do you need? How can we help you? How do people get involved in what you're doing and support you?
I can break it down. In a meme. Actually, hold on. Here we go. Let me just. Okay, here we go.
Give me your fucking money. I need that ringtone. Send that to me. That's awesome. All right.
How'd you get your voice to sound like?
That was good.
That's about it. And close. And this one for Ohio, if y'all can, man, just I'm gonna have an address for y'all to donate to. Seriously, yo. I'm gonna have an address for everybody to donate, but I need diapers. wipes, baby clothes, toddler clothes, kids' shoes. I'm doing this one for the kids up to like 12. I want to say, yeah, fucking teens. But I'm gonna do 12 and down. Yeah, because teens, man, fuck teens. I remember when I was a teenager, man. I was an asshole.
That's kind of redundant, isn't it?
Not all teens, Rome. Not all teens. So, all right. So we posted.
Oh, you gonna not all man me?
We
I'm about to get your ass canceled.
Some teens are lovely. Some teens are just lovely.
They go directly from 12 to 20. They just miss 8 years.
Well, my kid, when he turned 15, from 15 to 17, I had to keep reminding myself that homicide is illegal. He was just off the hook.
It's only illegal when you get caught.
Well, there's that.
You got all that land out there, you tell them you can't get away. Man, come on. I'm gonna have to take a trip.
Yeah, exactly. So you are right now in Florida doing what you do.
Thank you for the donation, Chandra.
Nice.
I always get her name wrong. Sonja, Sandra.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sandra.
Sandra.
Yeah, yes. So everybody out there, even if it's something as small as $1, you can do $1. Please.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. She'll be doing a lot with $1.
Exactly. Oh, she says it's Son, Sony, Sonya.
Sonya.
So the Y. It's like the Nordic pronunciation, Sonya. So you're in Florida right now. How long are you going to be there?
So the 16th. As soon as I get off the plane, I'm going to Ohio, and I'm getting ready for that one for the 29th.
Okay, so Andy, you have the graphic, this really beautiful graphic.
Yeah, we got to make another flyer today for Ohio action.
Okay. All right. We'll talk after the show.
I'm gonna start passing out flyers on her.
Give me the details on that, and I'll make it this afternoon.
Oh, yeah, I can't because I don't have a fucking exact location.
Well, then
get everything.
Get a location. Get on it.
I'll be high at night. When I wake up and I get high again, I'll be
all right. Stuff. I'll sit at the computer. I'll sit here and wait.
Just don't do anything. So did you put up that graphic?
It is up there. That beautiful graphic.
It's stunning. It's truly stunning. It really is. So this is your event coming up on, what is this, 15th?
That's correct.
All right. So this is just like the cookout that you did. Are you doing food at this one, or just community handout? Everybody gets to know each other. What's going on with this one?
It's gonna be the same shit. I mean, I ain't gonna pressure you, but this time I am gonna put up some commie signs. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna put up some commie signs. Probably find me a commie flag and stuff like that. Put up some free signs and shit like that. Like, come get this shit.
Nice.
Other people walk up, grab their own shit. Charles, thank you for the donation.
Awesome.
Let them grab their own shit, because some people do baskets and stuff like that, but I'd rather let people look around and stuff like that.
You mean be adults?
I can come and pull them and talk to them. Like, hey, you like them pants, huh? Like, yeah, nigga, them bitches cost $7. I can't believe that shit.
Nice. Nice. So anybody who is in and around the Jacksonville area, Jacksonville, Florida, this is at 3416 Moncrief, however the hell you say that, Moncrief Road. And that's Saturday, May 15th from 3 to 6 p.m. It's a Saturday. It'll be a nice day. Go out and support Rome. Even if you are not in need, go support Rome. Go help them out.
I made it 3 to 6, so it ain't going to be too hot.
Right.
It ain't going to be too hot. So,
well, you're in Florida. You're going to be right in the middle of a 20-minute rainstorm, too. So 4 o'clock.
No. We scheduled it early that weekend. It's going to start at 2:40.
Okay, perfect. And be done by the time, and it'll be nice and cool. So if you're there, go say hi to Rome. Maybe get his autograph. See if he'll do that for you, because it's going to be worth some money. This is how he's helping raise all boats. So go out there, support Rome, help him out, help hand stuff out, talk to people, get to know your neighbors. That's what this is about. So then from Florida, you're going into Ohio. And we're going to have some more information about the next event and all the activities that you're working on. So this is going to be Northern Ohio, Toledo area.
Yep.
All right, Rome, when are you coming out to New Mexico?
Again, DC.
Okay.
I'll probably do DC, California, and I'll probably do New Mexico then. I forgot what other state I have, but I know what they just like this, right? They straight down, right? DC, California, damn.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right. So
I can go. I can do Washington DC, San Diego, and then I can come because San Diego is right there by New Mexico.
Okay. So I know that you had calls for people in Taos. Obviously down here in Albuquerque, we'd love to see you. All over New Mexico, it's one of the poorest states, which is amazing to me because we still have social services here. New Mexico cares about us people. That's I love it. So having somebody like you come in would be a huge win. So all right, before we run out of time and let you get back to all this important work you're doing, is there anything else you want to leave us with? You want to let people know?
Shit, follow Carrie and Andy. Follow they Twitters, they Facebooks. I'm in Facebook jail, so I can't accept shit. I can't do nothing. I got like 25 more days left on that crap. So, yep, just come out and help. And
Nice.
be
Rome,
fruitful.
when you get out of Facebook jail, do you need somebody to come pick you up?
Like a motherfucker, Mark be rating right there with the motherfucking. Turn your ass around. We saw that post 5 years ago. But like, nigga, that was 5 years ago.
They've been doing that.
I'm a different man.
I'm changed.
I'm worse now.
I've grown as a human being.
Right. Awesome. So, okay. So we will follow you on Twitter. And then just keep us posted. And every time that, we're going to know first when you have an event coming. So we will make sure to push people to help you. Like, I can't get to Jacksonville, but I can give a couple dollars, right?
And I'm putting the scan code up for Cash App for Rome right now.
Okay. Put that up there, and everybody get your phones out. Scan it. For us older people, you're going to need an app that is a scan reader. So go ahead and get that, and then scan this app.
Okay, I'm gonna have to. I know I'm gonna have to take it. So what is that? I think June 4th. I'm supposed to be in Washington D.C. If everything goes down right in Washington D.C. Really, thank you for the donation.
Okay, so June,
if everything happens right, I should be in Washington D.C. June the 4th. But that's not just my event. I'm gonna be basically hosting for someone.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to see what's up with her. And
there's some big things happening in June in Washington D.C. So I will await more information on what you're doing, because I know that who is it? Savage Joy has got some stuff coming up in June.
That's correct.
So yeah, we will get details and try to curate all of this stuff coming together, because next week there are two really big events. The Black Panther Party's doing something in New Jersey, and then Chicago, Medicare for All in the city of Chicago on the 15th. So there's just so much. The weather's nice. We're gonna get out there and
that's what I'm doing. When I get off the plane, I'm going to Detroit. Somebody gonna hook me up with some land. I can't say
excellent.
Who, but they're gonna hook me up with the land as long as I find it. And soon I'm doing everything right now. So as soon as I get off Detroit, we should be ready to build that park. If not, I'll be ready to.
Wait. So let's make sure. Now, Andy and I know what this is, but I want to make sure everyone else knows what this is. You're buying a piece of property in Detroit for what now?
Build a park.
A park?
Yep.
Wow. Okay, so this is yet another project where you're giving back to the community, because children are our future. At least they're supposed to be.
Yeah, we got to brainwash them now with the commie propaganda, unless they're going to fall into the spider web of capitalism.
Yeah, we got to arm them so that they know how to fight the American capitalist propaganda.
Okay.
Logically.
So all of these people that want to get involved with that, either Detroit and Jacksonville, then we'll keep your schedule. We need a little app. Where the hell is Rome? Just follow you. So we'll try to.
Tell them put a chip in me, Bill.
Hey,
we got you,
Bill. Right. So, well, thank you, Rome, for joining us today and for everything you're doing. It's exhausting trying to keep up with you, and I appreciate that you do it. So, thank you.
Ain't no problem. I ain't gonna stop until I get too old.
You got a good 5 or 6 years left, I think.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'll be 35. 6 years. Shit.
Yeah.
Wow, that's old.
That's so old. So,
I feel my back going now.
Yeah. And on that note, we're at the top of the hour. Andy, go ahead and take us out. Final Uncle Andy thoughts here? Or?
Support this gentleman, this amazing person that is a colleague of ours, because that's how we really make a difference. That's how we, boots on the ground, change people's lives. They start to understand that there are people that can look out for one another, that we have things in common that have nothing to do with what the political ideology is trying to sell you. It doesn't work that way. The right way to do this is to talk one-on-one with people, and then maybe you can come to an understanding that things need to change, because it doesn't matter if you have an R or a D or an I beside your name. Medical debt is real. Student debt is real. All of these things, all of these policy positions that the government has against you, everybody suffers from them. And the sooner we can come to that conclusion that we're more alike than we are different, the better off as a society we can be. Thank you, Rome. Appreciate you. Love you, brother. Carrie, again, thank you for everything you do. Enjoy your Friday, everyone.
It's Friday? Oh, shit. I got shit to do.
I got to be at the airport.
I low-key I'm supposed to be in Miami.
Okay. All right. Well, if anybody that's out there has a car, can give Rome a ride. He needs you to come get him right now.
It's like a 7-hour drive. Okay.
Yeah, but with Rome, he's such an interesting guy. It'll only seem like 5.5. It'll be fine. All right, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you here bright and early on Monday morning.
All right.
We bout that, ayy. We in the zone. We out here, yeah. Spitting the facts, how it's supposed to be. Hair of the dog. We keep it in G.